Hi, hello, hello, hello. Happy Christmas Eve. Welcome to What's Cooking Wednesday. I'm Christy. Thank you for joining me. If you are popping on today, if you're off of work and you have nothing else to do and you're doing your own cooking or wrapping, thanks for watching. Okay, so I thought today would be the best day. I got you a new apron. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. My mom got it for me for Christmas. Or she got it for me a while back, but to wear for Christmas. So what a better day to wear it than Christmas Eve, right? Okay, so today's recipe, so quick story. Every year since the girl was little, we decided to do a little Christmas tradition. And since Christmas is about the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus, that we do a birthday cake for Jesus every year. Tomorrow we'll light a candle and sing happy birthday and all that fun stuff. So What's Cooking Wednesday falls on Christmas Eve, and I would be making a cake for Jesus anyway, so what better thing than to do our cake for Jesus today for What's Cooking Wednesday. Anyway, so today's recipe, I was trying to look for a carrot cake recipe, and I know I've seen a bunch of them, but I couldn't find it. It's like when you need it, you can't find it, right? So today's recipe comes out of one of my mini green tins. I have a bunch of these. So one of these, this one was $3. It is full, pretty full of recipes, handwritten things. Anyway, so like here's a handwritten one for peach cobbler. Anyway, today's recipe comes from out of here. I put a pin where I got the recipe from. And we are going to make a strawberry cake. Here is the recipe. You can see the handwriting. There is another recipe written on the back for meatballs. Meatball recipe on the back. So this is a Ray Steel Company ink from Fort Worth, Texas. One of their papers. This strawberry cake, it does call for a box of white cake mix. So I have the Pillsbury Moist Supreme. I already had this in my cabinet, so perfect. I didn't have to go buy one. So we're going to use that. It calls for a half a cup of cold water. We don't have cold water in our house, so I did add some ice to it. So I have ice cold water. 3/4 cup of Wesson oil. I didn't know if I should have got vegetable or canola, so I went with canola because they had the small bottle. The vegetable one was the bigger one, and I don't need extra oil. I've got plenty of oil in there. So I just went with the smaller bottle. 1 box of strawberry jello. I did get the strawberry brand. I got the 3-ounce box, so hopefully they didn't mean the big box. 4 eggs beaten. A half a box of frozen strawberries. I could not find a box of frozen strawberries, so I did buy a container of the strawberries in the syrup, and then just a bag of regular frozen strawberries. Because it does, I don't know how big a box of frozen strawberries was. I looked it up online, and there was like a bird's eye one, but it had in the juice, like in the syrup, and I think it looked like it was like an 8-ounce box or something. I don't know. I guess we'll just play it by ear. And these are whole, so I'll probably have to do a little chopping up. All right, so anyway, those are the ingredients. It says beat well, cook as per instructions on box. So I can do it in a 9x13, or I could do 2-inch rounds and put icing in the middle, but I don't think this is gonna make a whole lot of icing. So maybe we'll just do a 9x13. Or we could do cupcakes. I don't know. What do y'all think? Chime in, let me know how you think I should make it. Or a bump. I got a bump can too. Okay, anyway, the icing calls for to cream 3 tablespoons of butter. I have unsalted butter. 1 package, more or less, powdered sugar. So 1 package. I have a open bag already of powdered sugar, so we'll go with that. A half a box of strawberries, again, so you're supposed to buy 1 box of strawberries and then use half for the cake, and then half for the icing. So y'all, I don't know, I'm trying. That's the fun part of these, is because sometimes you just have to guess. A pinch of salt and vanilla, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So I do have all that together. So let's get started. All right, so let's add to 1 box of white cake mix. what are your family traditions for Christmas? Do y'all do Christmas Eve? Do y'all do Christmas Day? So, one white cake mix. Although it probably would have been good using a strawberry cake mix, extra strawberry flavored, you know what I mean? But this should be good too. Okay, there's that. Half a cup of cold water. Okay. Pick that up. Half a cup of cold water, 3/4 cup of lesson oil. Put that off to the side. Does anybody else do a cake for Jesus for Christmas? I know a lot of people do, but do any of y'all? All right, half a cup of oil. Again, this is canola oil because I did want to buy the big bottle of vegetable oil. Let me get a paper towel. Hang on. Paper towel. Or two. We need 3/4 cup of oil. Oh, 3/4 cup. I only put a half a cup, so let's put another quarter cup of oil. My bad. So 1/4 cup. So a total of 3/4 cup of oil. There we go. Read the ingredients. All right, and we need 1 box of Jell-O and 4 eggs beaten. I should have beaten the eggs first. Strawberry glue. Let's crack the eggs so we can use the shells for Easter. Something like that. I was like, eh. Two eggs. And then we're going to go to Mass. We're going to do the vigil. I can't wait until we can go to midnight Mass. Maybe next year we'll try that with the kids. Maybe next year we'll try midnight Mass. I'd like to start doing that again. Are y'all looking for anything for New Year's Eve? 4 eggs. I'm going to do this over the bowl because I'm super messy. So if anything falls out like that. Alright. Eggs are beaten pretty good. Alright, dump those in. We'll put a couple on the plate. Let's just give them a quick little quarter. Alright, we're going to say that maybe that's a half a box. I don't know. We're just going to go with that. Alright, turning it on, so if you need to turn down the volume, go ahead and do that. Alright, it smells very strawberry. Is that a word? Strawberry? Okay, what is it? What are you saying? A box was always considered to be a pint, okay? So a half box is a cup. Well, I don't think that was quite a cup of strawberries. It might have been close to a cup. What do you think? Does that look pretty strawberry to you? Does that look like enough strawberries? We'll set this to the side and let's go ahead and we could try making the icing, right? We can do that. All right, we'll put this to the side because this is ready to be put in a pan and put in the oven. I have not turned the oven on yet because hot. That's all I'm gonna say. Hot. All right, so let's make the icing. Okay, I need 3 tablespoons of butter. I do have another little bowl. Hopefully it won't make a big mess. Okay. 3 tablespoons of butter. This is 4, so let me cut 1 tablespoon off. This is unsalted butter. 1 package, more or less, of powdered sugar. Normally back then they used the boxes of powdered sugar, but I don't have a box. So we're just gonna put some of this in there and see. Like a cup and a half maybe. Maybe I should have measured it out for y'all. Oh, what a mess. Well, it's a good thing I have an apron on. It's like velvety. I'm afraid to get it dirty. Guess I'm like filling myself up on Christmas Eve. Okay. A half a box of strawberries, more or less. All right, so let's put on some more strawberries in here and chop them up. All right, we'll go with that and see how that works. All right, so we're gonna go with about that much and see how it works. All right, in we go. We are making a birthday cake for Jesus because we have been doing that every year since the girl was little. So every year we make a birthday cake for Jesus. And this year we are doing a, try not to get this wet, strawberry cake. There is a recipe that is written on the back of a Ray Still Company ink piece of note paper. And on the back is a recipe for meatballs. So we're doing strawberry cake with a strawberry icing. All right, so we have the strawberries, a pinch of salt, vanilla, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So even though I have the little thing, you know what, let's do that. Let's use this today. Even though my pinch of salt is not equal this pinch of salt. Hey Corey, Merry Christmas. All right, dash, I have a dash, I have a tad, I have a drop, smidgen, and a pinch. So here's how much a pinch is. Look how tiny that is. All right, let's put a pinch of salt. And I think I actually measured it one time and it was probably kind of close. All right, got my pinch of salt in there. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Please don't make powdered sugar go everywhere. Hey, hang on. Let me do this for a sec. I have a feeling this powdered sugar is going to go everywhere. All right. I knew it. I don't know about this icing. Let me show you what it looks like. It looks like this. Whoop, don't spill it, Christy. See? That does not look like icing to me. Is it too thin because I need more powdered sugar? Somebody let me know. If you're good at baking, please advise. Because it says 1 package more or less powdered sugar. I probably put about like 1.5 cups worth of powdered sugar in here. What do you think? Is it supposed to be a glaze? It says icing. It doesn't say glaze. So icing to me is thick, right? And I'm assuming that that's butter. That's not, like all the bits, pieces in it is butter and not the sugar. You know, butter was soft, super soft, but once you put the frozen strawberries in there, you can see how it would like make it more solidified. Well, Corey, cream cheese does sound good, but I'm trying to stick to the recipe as it's written. I don't like to make a lot of any modifications. But I bet cream cheese would be good in that. The point of me doing these second chance kitchens, calling it second chance kitchen, because I like to give the recipes a second chance in my kitchen after being found, you know, just for sale at estate sales. So I like to do them just as they're written because obviously there were no notes made and somebody had to have made this cake exactly how it's written and it came out fine. I, on the other hand, am not finding that. I bet the cake's fine. It's the icing. I don't consider this an icing. So let's add more powdered sugar, even though I'm very hesitant about that. Maybe I'll just stir it by hand instead of with a mixer, because I already got the butter in there. So that's probably about, what, another 3/4 of a cup? It's gonna make it super sweet. Give me a quick second to get that all incorporated. Kids incorporated? Nope, not my kids. They're in their rooms. Get it? Kids incorporated? If you're my age, you know what I'm talking about. It's still not. I mean, it thickened up a little bit. See, to me, to me, it's too sweet. But that's just me. I don't think anybody else in my family would agree with me. The sweeter, the better. The sweeter, the better, like me. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to set this to the side. And I'm going to figure out if I'm going to make cupcakes. It's going to be a surprise for y'all. Y'all will have to tune in later and see. what I decided to make. Let me please turn that off, please, because I can hear the home. You turn the fan off for me. So I will let you know if I decide to make cupcakes or 9x13 and what to do with this icing. Yeah, so I will post pictures later. So I thank y'all for joining me. I think the cake is going to turn out good. I'm not worried about the cake. The batter tastes good. It's just a matter of how I'm going to cook it and what I'm going to put it in and how I'm going to use this icing. All right, if y'all have any more advice on what to do, then let me know. Thank y'all for joining me. Happy Christmas Eve. I hope you'll have a very blessed day tomorrow with your family and friends or just by yourself if you want to do it by yourself. Merry Christmas. Happy birthday, Jesus. And let you know what Jesus' birthday cake looks like later. All right, y'all have a wonderful day. Be kind and loving. And hi, Vanessa, you caught me at the end. Tuning out now. We made a birthday cake for Jesus, or we're making a birthday cake for Jesus. Strawberry cake with a strawberry icing. There's the handwriting. Hopefully you can see it. Meatballs on the back. Cake batter turned out good. Cake batter. Cake icing, not so good. All right, so be kind and loving and helpful. Do something nice for somebody else today and tomorrow and for yourself. And I will talk to you soon. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'll catch you later. Bye.